money. Like him and Trump, their superpowers are I don't need your money.
Right, but I also Elon wants that to be a successful business, and so he's coming up with creative ways to monetize on the platform and come up with new solutions for advertisers. I mean, I admire the hell out of what he's doing. I mean, he came in, he slashed 80% of the staff. I mean, it was like him and 5 guys, and somehow the staff, the site continued to run on kind of spit and glue, and it was and now he's building back out some of the teams that he needs. It's an impressive thing. It's a very impressive thing what he's doing.
You got to sit down with him and talk to him. Mm-hmm. How was that interview? Like, did you like it?
Oh, that's fun. I mean,
were you as nervous now?
Yeah, so much less. So much less. I mean, I was also on the other side, so it's easier to be the interviewer than the interviewee. Elon is such an interesting cat. He's really, really fascinating. I think that Elon, the way he analyzes things, it's like an alien has arrived and is now trying to discern what exactly is going on.
Yeah.
And so he's always going to first principles, always, right? Whenever in every conversation, he's like, I want to break this down to like the very first principles. He analyzes responses of human beings almost like a scientist would, like breaking it down in the lab. And it's really fascinating. I think that the sort of, he's not personable. He's, pretty, I'm sure that's true for some people. I've never had that personal experience with him, but, I think it's a little overstated. Again, I've never been his employee, which may be a different story, but yeah.
I it's weird. I've never met him. God willing, I'll have the opportunity to sit with him and have a conversation. From my perspective, from what I see through the lens of like social media or his interviews, I see a really intelligent child. Who's a childlike in his heart, where he's like, he wants the best in everybody, but he's been hurt by so much stuff.
So I think that part's true. I mean, when you say that there's like a core innocence to him in his approach to the world, I think that's 100% true.
For him to be so successful and so rich and so generous with like what he's doing, I find it to be very like honorable. Like I think that, I don't know what his relationship with God is, but I feel like he acts more like somebody who fears God than somebody who doesn't.
I mean, he's said that he's sort of open to God before, and I think that that's probably right on a conceptual level. I also think that, again, it takes a certain level of childlike wonder to be audacious enough to just be like, I'm starting a space company. Like, I mean,
after PayPal too. How wild is that?
One thing that he said, and he likes cool stuff. Like he approaches the world as a person who's excited about the world, which is a very cool quality. Like it's a super cool quality. This sort of
I hope he never gets rid of that.
Yeah, no, the sort of blasé approach that I think so many people take to business or to life, this kind of cynical world weariness, it's boring as hell. And he's precisely the opposite. So I was sitting with him and I said, my son, my 8-year-old, is like a massive Elon Musk fan, right? He loves cars and he loves space and he loves SpaceX, and I show him all the launches. Like he's super into it. And so I was talking to him, I was like, my son, this is right before the Cybertruck came out. I was like, the Cybertruck, my son loves the design, thinks it's so cool. He's like, right, because I designed it so 6-year-olds would find it cool. I was like, that seems like a pretty good way of doing cool shit. Do you see, like, really, like, well, what a 6-year-old thinks is cool is also what most of us think is really, really cool, right? I mean, like, it's and most of us have
That's such a fun. I can see him crisscross applesauce just playing with the toy versions of it. And he goes, "I like this. Build this."
He literally did that with one of the SpaceX rockets. Apparently, the top of the rocket was too round, and then he watched the Sacha Baron Cohen movie, where there's a whole conversation about how the missile is not cool looking enough and scary looking enough, it's not pointy enough. So he actually went back to his engineers, and he's like, it makes no difference in terms of the flight path, but can you make it pointy looking so that it's cooler?
No way.
Yeah, he does that kind of stuff all the time.
There was some talk on the internet.
Awesome. It's super cool.
There's talks on the internet that his new robots were like shaped up like the iRobot movie. Did you see this?
Yeah, of course. And this is the thing is that
that we watched that and we were like, oh damn, dude, that's gonna be crazy. He watched that, like, I'm making that.
Dude. So my son sort of has the same quality of like, this is a cool thing, I just want to do it, and that's such an amazing quality in a human being. I mean, frankly, I think it's good on a moral level, but I think that on a business level, it's amazing. I mean, to just be like, you know what? I've always thought space was cool. I'm starting a space company. What the? I mean, and then make it the most successful space company on the planet. It's like an amazing thing. And it's just, why can't we be excited? This is one of the things that drives me crazy. Like, forget his politics. Can't we just be excited by cool shit? Like, is it okay to be excited that he took the world's a 20-story rocket, he flew it in the air, the top of it came off, and then he landed it back down on a tower using giant steel chopsticks to catch it? Isn't that like amazing? That's so cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Like, can we just be like freaked out about that a little bit?
I love this side of you.
It's so good.
I never got to see this side of you. I love it. What makes you as excited as that? Like,